Hey everyone, my name is Ainelya and I'm very excited to participate in today's assessment center. Thank you for giving me a chance to introduce myself, and I hope at the end of this video you will know me better and understand what I can bring to Hilti team. Before we get serious, let me share 3 fun facts about me. First, I run an Instagram blog with 20,000 followers, so I am part-time influencer. Second, I love hiking, but I'm usually the one slowing everyone down to take just one more picture. Last, I'm actually a pretty great cook, so my friends say I could open my own restaurant one day. So that's a little about me. Now let's dive deeper in my story. I was born and raised in Kazakhstan. From a young age, I was always kind of person who pushed myself a little further. I always was a straight A student and in high school even traveled to Brazil and South Korea for international math competitions. During my trip to Seoul, I got to stay on campus, meet students, attend lectures, and I was so inspired that I decided to come back for university. Eventually, I got a scholarship to study at Korea University, one of the best business schools in the country. However, my undergrad wasn't exactly what I imagined at first because COVID-19 pushed a lot of it online. But I didn't want to just sit behind a screen and wait for things to pass, so I tried to stay active as much as possible inside and outside of the classroom. I joined case competitions, volunteered, got involved in research, did internships, and even launched a startup. So let me share now 2 experiences that shaped me the most. First, my internship at Korean startup called On My Room, which was a housing platform for foreigners. I was sales and marketing intern. My job was to help clients find suitable accommodation and earn commission from each signed contract. At first, I was terrified of talking to strangers and convincing them to use our platform. But by the end of the internship, not only did I overcome that fear, I became the top intern with the highest number of sales. Mostly thanks to YouTube videos I created showing housing options that brought in lots of clients. That experience taught me to be bold and creative, even in areas that feel uncomfortable at first. After that, I wanted to build something of my own. So I launched a startup that provided a college counseling services for students from Central Asia. We helped more than 100 students to apply to universities abroad and win scholarships. Helping so many students to achieve their educational dream is still one of my proudest achievements. We had a high demand for our services and were profitable from day one. However, I realized that at this early stage of my career, I want to work in larger and more structured environment, and I believed corporate world would be a perfect place to start. That's how my journey at EY started. After graduating from my bachelor's degree with honors, I participated in business case competition organized by EY, where I won the first place, and landed internship offer to join the international tax and transaction services team. For the past 2 years, I worked there and was promoted twice from intern to consultant year 2 position. I worked on more than 40 tax advisory projects for Fortune 500 companies. I frequently collaborated with other EY offices in the United Arab Emirates, Singapore, Turkey, and beyond. My responsibilities covered the entire project cycle, from handling client requests, preparing proposals, signing contracts, drafting client deliverables, answering follow-ups, and finally billing and collecting payments. What I loved about my job at EY was variety and fast pace. One week I was helping with financing a power plant through Chinese National Bank. The next I was working on the sale of an Italian oil subsidiary, and then I was helping with tax structuring a market entry in UAE. But over time I realized I wanted to broaden my scope of work beyond tax into the wider field of finance, where I could see more direct impact of my work. And then came another big chapter. I got a full scholarship to do the SAMS Masters in International Management program at the University of Sydney. Honestly, SAMS is one of a kind program. You study in different countries, work closely with corporate partners like Hilti, and learn from world-class professors. I went on an exchange at Cornell University. Only one student per cohort gets this chance. I still remember thinking, is this real? Me studying in the Ivy League? In the United States, I led a consulting project with Citibank, working directly with their head of banking recruitment to improve hiring processes for students and graduates. At the end of the project, we had opportunity to present our recommendations to Citi's executive panel, and many of them were implemented. During my master's, I also tried to be active outside of the classroom. So I was part of STEM's club for 3 semesters, serving as a head of communications, treasurer, and finally vice president. We organized all kinds of events for our cohort and worked closely with our academic staff and corporate partners. Some of the events we organized include corporate skills seminars, alumni panels, coffee chats, and big social events like semester end gala and many more. It was actually during one of these STEMS events that I first got to know Hilti. I attended a skills seminar at the Hilti office in Sydney, where I learned more about the company, its innovative products, and of course, Outperformer program. After having a chat with your colleague from Sydney office, Connor Sheehan, thanks him a lot, he suggested me to apply to Global Trainee Program in Meta region. So I decided to apply to this program because I want to grow beyond what I'm doing now. At UI, I focused a lot on tax, which was great for start and working with big clients, but I realized I want to see the whole picture of finance, not just one part of it. When I learned more about Global Trainee Program, I felt it was exactly what I needed. I'm excited to rotate through different finance functions, participate in local and international projects, and receive direct mentorship from senior management in the firm. And to be honest, when I met more people during Hilti interview process, I just felt this was a company where people enjoy working and helping each other succeed. I believe I will be a great fit for this program because I adapt quickly. I lived and studied in 4 countries, so new places and challenges don't scare me. I also take responsibility and perform well. Whether it was running my startup, leading a project with Citibank, or managing clients at EY, I have always been the one who makes sure things get done. And at last, I think I'm a great team player. I enjoy listening, learning, and creating great things with people from all kinds of backgrounds. But I also know there's a lot I need to learn. I want to go beyond tax and get hands-on experience in accounting, controlling, and reporting. From this program, I expect 2 main things: to be challenged with real responsibility and to get feedback and mentorship so I can keep improving. Also, I'm very excited that this program is very international and I definitely want to work in different countries with global teams. In 2 years, I hope to finish the program with a full picture of finance at Hilti and step into my first assignment role. I want to lead projects and teams and put into practice what I've learned. Long term, I want to keep growing within Hilti. Step by step, I would like to take on bigger responsibilities and one day hopefully become finance director. And then in 10 to 15 years, chief financial officer. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope to join Outperform a Global Trainee Program and become part of Hilti family. Now I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.